what we believe in. I mean, we vote on the quality and the capability of the individual, just as if we were going for a job. So don't underestimate what we expect as a Black community.
So Stacey, you said that Uniondale was broken up into 2 districts.
Correct.
And so those 2 districts would be District 2 and District 5?
Correct.
Oh.
The District 2, who is available to vote at this present time for the special election can go and vote for District 2. There are 2 parties involved, Campbell and O'Neill. Okay, next. So you have the ability to go and check out your representatives and see who's qualified to vote there.
You want to try to get in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try right now. Because now I can start the PowerPoint quickly and then we can start conversation. Well, you can talk.
Okay, I'll just share with her
Yeah, fine.
how they broke up the second boundary. It's from Front Street north, that'll be District 2, right? And that consists of that part of Uniondale, Car Place,
See if I can. You want that?
Westbury, Newcastle.
Yeah, I gotta log in.
Exeter. That's District 2, man. All right? Anything north of Front Street, which we're in right now, that's District 5.
Yes,
South, I mean, yeah, north and south, okay, south. So those are the 2 districts. So if you live on south of Front Street, you're 5, okay? Just remember that. So you won't be able to go over to 2 and vote now. That's District 2, consists of, again, Hall Place, Westbury, Newcastle, and Hicksville.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to share that with you.
Unplug it. Stop. You can't.
No.
Unplug it. Connection. Now sign in and then plug it back in. You know, I'm sorry.
Yes, we apologize for technical. They don't share the internet here, so we gotta use the hotspot or whatever, so it's not.
Sorry. Do you
Yes,
know Other
so-
communities are included within District 5, you said for the.
Roosevelt, a part of Freeport, Uniondale, and West Hampton.
What y'all trying to do?
Eek, Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is not working. So hard with the Wi-Fi here. Yeah, we did. See what you do now.
These districts, following the settlement?
Yes, the districts, I will show you because I wanted to bring it up so that you can see how it's done. I will actually be able to give you, Shauna, you want to give out the court documents? The copies that I'm giving you are just the first 10 pages. You're not going to get the whole, I may not have enough copies, but I will give you a link that you can actually go on, save paper, and you can actually read it. Court cases are not meant to be ambiguous. They're plain and clear. What I do, and I'll give you another advice, if you are going to look at a court case, go for the transcripts. You look at conversation. Okay, you get the gist of the case, you know who's talking, and it's like a storybook. He said this one said that. Shut up. Da, 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 da. They talk like that, and they type it. You know. That would be. Getting it?
Yeah, I'm trying to open up the settings here.
Okay, so let's go to our the PowerPoint I have on. Let me know when it's. I'll just go straight to the PowerPoint. Okay. All right. So it's Black History Month. Happy Black History Month, everyone. I would like to say that I started bringing some quotes so that we remind ourselves who we are, what we're about, and where we're going. Education is a passport to the future, and tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Exactly what I was saying before. If we know if we know what's happening, we should be able to put our foot forward, ourselves forward, and our minds, and be prepared to move forward with our next step. So- You have?
So just some quick community announcements, a couple of, events, resources that I found after I already sent out the monthly newsletter. If you guys don't receive our monthly newsletter, just make sure that you sign in. We'll add you to the, and you'll receive the monthly newsletter. So I just wanted to share, this Friday, the Nassau County Department of Health is hosting a monthly resource fair. I'm sorry, yes, this Friday, February 21st, from 9:30 to 12:30. They're just gonna have a lot of resources, bill reduction programs, health information, food and nutrition programs, and it's open to the public. There is also the free monthly nutritious food package for seniors. There are two distribution events. One is this Friday, the 21st, and the other is next Friday, the 28th. That is between 10 and 12, at the Resource Center on Main Street, so 40 Main Street, Suite C. So that's the 21st and the 28th from 10 to 12. Eligible
You put your
seniors
finger
are
in?
over the age of 60. And they do verify your income. They're looking for 1632 a month or less. That's your state resident. So I just wanted to make those quick announcements, about that.
Also, we have the two, I have,
That's
no, that's this Saturday.
okay. We do have two additional, programs that we're, posting, this Friday and this Saturday. It's this Friday, right?
Yes.
This Friday will be a real estate class, here, at the park, at 6:30. And then, we are going to be having a tax preparation class, we have, our instructor right here, so if you could just stand up and tell us a little bit about the classes that you're hosting on Saturday.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Shirley Viens. And this Saturday is tax season right now, so I'm CPA accounts. So the tax season.
Must be on my email. Put it at Stacy,
Talk
and just
about taxes, preparing for filing your taxes. This is sooner. The first session is from, So the first session will be about business. The second session about
3:00.
yeah,
This Saturday,
3 to 4 would be for business tax preparation, get yourself ready, doing some deductions. And then after that, we'll have Q&A obviously. And then later on, we'll talk about some individuals. So if you have any questions regarding taxes, deductions, credits, anything like, then you can bring your question on Saturday, and then I'll make sure I address it. Something I don't know, I will look it up and get back to you. I don't know.
Saturday?
It's Saturday. It's said right here, right, Stacey?
Yes, right here, this
So bring
Saturday.
your questions or whatever you want to do for business or individual, right?
Mhm.
And I'll make sure I take care of your questions, your concerns. If I don't know, I'll look it up and get back to you. Good?
And if you guys have any questions about any of the events, feel free to send us an email, or you can, come and ask me after the meeting.
All right, just trying to get stuff. See if this comes up.
Question, how do we get in touch with your organization?
You can, well, we have signs all over, we have a phone number, you need your address and your email and your phone number there, and we reach out to you. We also send newsletters. So everybody be getting newsletters and signs?
Yes.
Get it.
just make sure, I see some missing spots here. It's very important to get that information to you. I see some space open, without the email, so it's very important. Put your email here. There's a few, like 5 or 6 people here.
Stacy didn't connect.
You got it?
Yeah, it's connected to the internet, but
That's what it was doing before.
It was doing that before
and
and
it
it just
didn't
kept
do
shutting
anything.
off. I mean, they have a blocker or something, I don't know.
No,
Gene, you
because
just-
I got on.
yeah, it's still connected to the internet.
Do real estate class. Gene is also, he just walked in, I'm just gonna let him, he is also gonna be doing a real estate class, on Friday at 5:30 right here.
6:30.
6:30. Sorry, 6:30, I'm bringing him early. 6:30, the real estate class is gonna tell you, what the value of your home is, what's going on with real estate in Uniondale.
Let's see.
Some-
Scan it.
Stacy,
Yes,
do you happen to know how many districts there are in Nassau?
they're 19, but what they did is they consolidated some other districts. And then that created an extra district. So we had 4 minorities district. By cutting us into 2, we ended up getting, I think, 6 into total or something like that they were giving us. So you were getting it by moving the line. All right, so the way you move the line means you consolidate your communities. And then this way it frees up space to create another district. And that's what happened. So
Yeah, I connected
your
to
map,
my
your,
should be good too.
your entire Long Island didn't, your entire Nassau County
She
didn't
trying to
change.
put
The
the
ground didn't change.
presentation on the
You
screen.
understand what I'm saying? The platform didn't change. But the way you move the line, you can create another district when, I'll tell you how it ended up happening. In the court case, they claimed that there were more Asians, being, available to vote, voting age, that can vote. And by creating this extra seat, they have a chance of being, Asian legislature. That was one of their, what they felt would happen by creating this district. So it goes on population. So your redistricting is tied to your census. So your census goes up, then they can start to play with the line. Because now you're dealing with a population. So your marbles, say you have a bunch of marbles. You went from 100 marbles, now you're down to 200 marbles. You know what that means? Instead of everybody getting maybe 5, you get 10 now. So with that, we can now cut up more and create more districts. That's what happens. Yes,
With the distribution and repopulating and all of that. Well, I've done that too. It's a pros and cons. That's a bit of.
okay, all right. So 3 things. How do you get money?
What?
No, I mean, on a government part. But the top part, money comes down from federal, state, and local. When you move
See if I
that
can even
line,
plug in.
you move
Do I
money.
need mine?
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody's saying. We're gonna see the outcome and you're gonna feel it because you move the line, you have wealthier people, you have commercial properties, you have investment properties, you have scenic properties that become valuable. Land becomes valuable. So it may not have anybody living up in the north, but their land is valuable, right? So moving their lines, even though it's based on population, yes, it does affect because now they have something of value there. And that's why this was important for me to do. Sorry about the technical.
Does that change the tax rate in the lines, the maps?
They say no. They say no. When I asked Vine, I didn't ask her that particular question in that format, but I asked her,
Okay.
would it affect the taxes, because the biggest part of your taxes is your school bill. Okay?
It's supposed to be in
The
the
biggest portion of your taxes that you pay as a homeowner is your school taxes.
Yeah, yeah.
So, the main person that you have to focus on is the school. How is the redistricting going to affect the school? And that's going to play on how it's going to affect you. So, when I looked at the fact that Uniondale School District has a $158 million bond, that's due now, but it's still going on. Who's going to pay that? District what?
So the impact would be district fund.
Okay, now, based on what, if you listen to when I asked Bino the question, it doesn't change because she says the source remains the same. So all our resources, that means the colleges, that means the Coliseum and all the commercial would still not affect our school district, right? I've spoken to many other people, many other, organizations who deal with redistricting, and they said it will affect us.
Eventually,
Yes.
eventually.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
8 years ago, when they started this East Garden City concept, this was the incipient stage of what we're going through right now. Okay? Up north of us, right? Up north of us, you can
log in?
Right.
I'll send
we have the colleges, like you said, that Marriott pops up, the Plaza, okay, it's another real estate property. We have Nassau Coliseum, and everything north of that area, all the way up into Stewart Avenue. That is the cut district line. The original line is
Yeah,
Union
we have to-
to Old Country Road. Okay, I'm talking on the fire department level, because we know the district line goes all the way up to Old Country Road. So in other words, we were covering years ago, district line came all the way up to the mall. But in years hence that time, they cut it down to Stewart Avenue. So all we respond as a fire department to our district area, which is a 5 miles by 2 miles. Okay? All that area south of Stewart Avenue, we cover up into the post office, up in the college, all those areas around Girl Ovington, the new charter schools, all belongs to us south of that area. All right? So what I'm looking at this, from years ago, when we went down to Hempstead Town, and we went, right, we went down to the legislative offices down in Mineola, okay? We sat there and watched them try to do the same thing, okay? Because now they've already foreknew that things were coming because they had problems with the
I don't know what's wrong with this thing.
Remember that, right? Remember Charles Lang? He was gonna come in and do a
Beautiful.
whole big
He
shebang
died.
with the Coliseum.
He died.
But that fell through,
Yeah, he died.
right? Because they said it wasn't gonna generate enough, like you said,
Money.
money.
I think he died.
Okay, let us understand, okay, this Uniondale area here is prime property.
Yeah.
You wanna know
We
why?
have to protect.
You wanna know why? We're the #1 escape area, evacuation point in Nassau County, Long Island. Everybody's coming to us. Everybody's coming to us. #1, we're the highest area, right? Everyone, if you look inside, I'm not lying, you go down the highway and they'll say evacuation area comes this way. All areas point to Uniondale. We're the highest point. So who wants to be caught in the floods? South of Baldwin? Let's go talk about Baldwin neighbors. Let's go talk about Freeport neighbors. Let's go talk about people south of Sunrise Highway, okay? And understand why this, like you said, is a valuable territory, all right?
Very valuable.
All that commercial area,
All,
okay, all of it
all gone.
supplements us.
Yes.
So now when you cut it down to Front Street, what do you see on Front Street? 7-Eleven, the post office, other houses, right? Legas, laundromats, beauty salons, and barber shops. Nothing heavy, nothing of substance.
Nothing.
You understand? Everybody's getting a message, right? This is nothing new. This goes back 100 years, okay? Before we got here, I just got here in 77, okay? And everything was just you know, change his name,
To your computer?
basically.
I'll send you an
Okay,
email. I'll send you.
when things start happening,
Send
and
to you.
people start moving in, and now you say, like she says, all of a sudden the brains start changing, okay, we're not supposed to have certain things. Okay, we're not supposed to have certain things. Okay?
Take it away.
They're gonna take it away from you because you're here. You understand? So I'm talking about when I moved here, okay? Gradually, my father said it years ago, you move out here,
I think I'm signed in.
Okay, they move out, they start moving.
I think I'm signed in, so-
And with that, things go with them too. I'm just saying
I'll
like
send it
this,
to you
okay?
Well, hold on, let me see what Gmail is sending to.
Right?
now. The PowerPoint.
A casino project.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. A casino?
They live me.
A casino? We have a casino. How much money would a casino bring?
We're talking about trillions of dollars, and I will tell you why. A lot of people think it's just a casino. It is the biggest casino in the world.
So you have Jake's 55 out
Not Las Vegas,
No.
not Trump Land in
there, and
Atlanta.
not Jake's 55 out there.
Nowhere around the world
They're coming here,
brings that,
okay?
has that type of. Japan, Dubai have skyscrapers. They have casinos.
Yes.
They are the builders of builders. Japan, China.
So it's the money.
If we have the biggest casino in the world, process that. To build that casino, you have to go 5 feet down, 5 stories down. There are bombs below the Coliseum. That was there when Grumman was there. I read the DAIS report. I did my research because this is important to the people. When you dig, how is that going to impact our air? By you, when I looked at the DAIS report, and I could send you my letter to them in my response, there was no indication of the first precinct. Do you know where the first precinct covers up to? Hempstead Turnpike. The DEIS report only covered the third precinct. Do you know where the third precinct covers? Where they're gonna have your 2 district, up north. Okay, so I saw it coming. That's why it was important. They said it was 28,000 pages. I read it. I had a team of people read it with me. A couple of them are not here tonight, but I had them read it. I had one resident look for the word East Garden City in their report.
Yes.
And I showed them how much times they multiplied and put it in there. I wrote, and with that, I CC'd everybody up there was me. I did Vinyl, I did North Boroughs, I did Gillian, I did even the DOT, I did New York, I did BOEM, I did everyone got a letter from me about East Garden City. When you turn around, where your line get drawn? Front Street. Why would I be surprised? I asked them, where is your environmental? I want to see Uniondale by itself, the most impacted community. I want to see how that's going to affect your air, your water, your quality of life. There may be some point of asbestos there. We don't know. Right. We don't know. What happens when they dig? There is no provision there for Uniondale by itself. I want to see us cut out of the whole and put a money stipend there for the people that get sick. I've never seen a construction site that happened yet around the world and nobody don't get sick. I haven't seen it yet. If you tell me, I don't know. They all get sick. You got, because there are chemicals, there are things in the earth, there's things that are going on. So no matter what. So that was, I'm not going to stray from the topic, but that was one of the things that my organization addressed because I felt it was important to take the time out, and I went down to the legislature meeting, the public meeting, and I voiced my opinion about Uniondale as a hamlet, and we need to be the first priority on anybody. Everybody has to come next. They're bringing their water, their pipes. You know where they're bringing their water from? Manhasset. They're not bringing it. They're not taking your water. They're not taking your water. They're taking it from Manhasset. It's coming down. Map lines are important. These things were already Strummond. They were already in there. We're looking at people, keep in mind, we're looking at people that are planning 50 and 60 years down the line. Stop looking at what's happening now. So maybe we're behind the ball, but we got to keep fighting because one day we're going to get in front of them. We have to keep that mindset.
So the point is, why is that? I mean, it's obvious, but
Why is that? Because when I go to a lot of meetings, being a newbie of organization, and Monica will tell you, when we go to different places, there's nobody representing Uniondale. You have organizations, but when I ask the representatives, the people who are hosting these events, I said, who's here to represent Uniondale? He said, nobody. But then I see them on advisory boards, and then I see them on this. I said, well, wait. Well, if you're there, why don't we know? We went to a summit meeting and then we came back. We saw them change the name of the substation in at Lightbrook. We said, okay, you changed it. You didn't want it from East Garden City, but I said, okay, I will. Thank you, Bradley. I will advocate. There's no problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. Just let the people know. Transparency we've just been burnt. We've just been burnt. And if my organization doesn't pick up on this and make everybody know, do well, but your wellness will not be appreciated if we don't know. Have you ever done something for somebody and you went ahead and you did it and when they come back and, oh my God, it was so good. And then they say, yeah, thank you, but they didn't really appreciate it. That's how we feel sometimes. Even though people are fighting the fight for you, you come back, and then they say, oh God, I didn't get no appreciation. Well, did it, right? We weren't involved. So that's the type of, we're trying to break that trend, right? Okay, so thank you, Tex. Okay, so the name of this program, this seminar, sort of, is called the What Side of the Tracks You're On. It matters. It just matters. And I think we've been through that tonight, so you know why it matters. So before you speak, think, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it kind? So when we answer a question that's put to us, make sure that that people can learn from it and we can think about it. We want to create thinkers in the room. Okay? Okay. How did this happen? I'll put this question on. How did you find out about the redistricting? Anybody put a big hand? How did you find out?
by your side.
Your text message. Wow.
Nobody knew everything, even in the paper. Nothing about it in the paper. We got the, what's that? The Herald. The Herald.
Yeah.
Nothing was, nothing. It was the first time
Wait, the right.
Okay. And the reason we put up the signs was because this was asked for us by the residents. One group was kind of upset that we did that because they were like, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, just put it out of the residents. They want to know. We come from a society, at least in our group here, we come from a place that we are visual creatures. We work in every day. We want to pass right, we go to Walmart, shop right, we want to see what's going on, right? So, we spoke about this fourth order, we're not going to go back into that because we already know what happened. I'm not going to bow it down with that. All right, I'm going to tell you how to get to the court case. You have a phone, yeah, type it in. Yeah, put me on a video speaking if you want, so I can just tell you how to get
Sorry?
to it.
What was that? Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you.
there in our community. Ms. Nix was running for the second district. She was the plaintiff in the case. And Mr. It is Amazon. Oh, okay. And Mr. Amazon. You see, he is one of the frequent speakers of the organizations where you see him at the walk meeting. The guy with dreads, if you ever read, want to go online, you see there. You saw him trying to bring the windmills into Uniondale, which I fought and won to an extent. And I'm still fighting.